Hi everyone, welcome to this week's DIY. It is once again your girl Mads, and we are here. Finally, it is getting spooky outside. I got on my creepy shirt, and we're making our arrangements a little more creepier, for the next 2 weeks. So I'm super excited. We got some really cool stems for you this week, so let's get into it. All right. So the first thing that we're gonna do is we have our smoke bush. So this is smoke bush. It's very beautiful. I believe we've used it before in some of our past DIY videos. What's really cool about smoke bush is that it comes in this like growth pattern that has like a really long stem. So like we've done before with a lot of our main greens inside of our stuff, we're gonna find that middle stem and cut it into like multiple sections so we can have like something long, a little bit more to work with, if that makes sense. You don't want to just take off all these leaves when you have so much to work with. So we're gonna do that. So that's our smoke bush. Also, when this stuff goes to flower, the structure looks like this huge puffball thing with like little seeds in it, and that's really fun to work with too. So we don't have any flowering smoke bush today, but hopefully we will in the future. Next we have these really pretty mums. They're like a beautiful, like purpley dark color. They're gonna go really pretty next to this smoke bush, which also has like a purple tinge to it. That's gonna be really fun to use. Then one of my personal favorites is we have some Queen Anne's lace. Queen Anne's lace is one of my favorite things to use. It's just so like gardeny-esque, but also it can be really creepy when you play on their cool growth patterns and how they're like really wiggly and spiny. So I thought that was perfect for this spooky arrangement today. So we got a couple of those. And then lastly, we have, well not lastly, I have one more thing. We have this dyed dogwood. Dogwood is a type of tree. It is beautiful. And then we can use these like branches and then dye them. And then they're gonna give us a really creepy little like eerie look to our bouquet. And it's gonna like bring all the blacks back into our arrangement and make it really dark and cool looking along with our vase. And lastly, actually, we have our Scabiosas. So we have these really cool black, deep burgundy Scabiosas. Scabiosas are some of my favorite because they're so fluffy and cool, and they look like little eyeballs. And again, just like our Queen Anne's lace, they're very like wiggly and have cool stems and very long, so you can really get some bounce and movement to your bouquet. So I'm really excited about that one. All right, so let's get started. So first thing I'm gonna do is I'm going to use my smoke bush. So we're gonna split this up, like I talked about earlier. I'm gonna use this piece because it's pretty long and I can see that I have a lot of stem to work with. Just like we've done before with our other branches, you're gonna find a piece that's like, that will give you some length, and then cut it right there. And then you're gonna take off those bottom leaves, as always, and then we're gonna put that in our bouquet. So I'm actually gonna go right here, make sure I'm just above the last 2 leaves that are growing. Make sure I'm not cutting off any leaves for real. And then go, bam, now I have a whole piece. Now I have 2 whole pieces actually. So I'm gonna take off those bottom leaves and make sure none of them are sitting in my water. Give the bottom a fresh cut. And then bam, let me take off a few more. I got some smoke bush. Beautiful. Again, take off those bottom leaves that are gonna be in the water. Give everything a fresh cut on the diagonal. And remember, we cut on diagonal so that the stem has more surface area, so then it sucks up more water. So it's always important that whenever we're cutting any of our stems, we're cutting on the diagonal. Quick reminder for you, if you forgot. Cut them in that middle part, and give my stems a fresh cut, diagonally, like that. Beautiful. And with this one, I think I'm going to strip the leaves because I kind of want this like really like fluffy part. Just cut it a little more, a little lower. Those bottom leaves off. Make sure we're getting her, there we go. Bam, and now we have our vase full of a beautiful foliage, smoke bush. You see how much it fills the vase? It's absolutely beautiful. All right, so I'm gonna go for a more 360 design on this one. If you wanna do front facing, that is okay, but me, I think I'm gonna do more 360 just so it looks really cool and full. So first I'm gonna go in with my pretty pink mums. Pretty pink burgundy-ish mums. Very excited. Let's see where these would look good. I think I'm gonna do this one a little bit right here and more outward. Now remember, whenever you want something that's gonna be sticking more outward and you really wanna get that angle right, you might have to cut the stem shorter than you think. And it's important because then you can get angles like that. It's just important that you fill your vase up with water. So just make sure that if you are cutting your stems with water, every stem is touching the water. So I'm gonna do that. Put that one right there. Do the same to my others. Take this little sheath off that protects it. Spin it out a little bit. I think I'm gonna go on this side now. Get those angles right. Especially when you're working with a taller vase that has like a small opening, you're definitely gonna wanna cut some of those stems shorter just so you can get that angle and that length that you want. Like, because if I just cut it long and stuck it all the way in there, it'd be really low and it would stick straight up, and that's not what we want. All right, and I got one more of these. I think I'm gonna do one more, like more at the top. Remember, always adjust as you go. All right, and then I'm gonna use my other stems to support my other stems, as always. They should be pretty strong in there by now because remember, we're laying our stems over each other to make sure that we have that lattice in the bottom of our vase that makes it, that holds everything. That's always important. I wouldn't be able to do this arrangement without it, especially since I'm using so many like long, spindly, wiggly things. Okay, spin your vase around, give her a good look, make sure she's looking good. Beautiful. All right, so now I'm gonna go in with my scabiosas. These are very pretty and like spindly, so I think I'm gonna try to keep some of them pretty long. Make sure I'm looking at my arrangement from all angles. I don't know about y'all, but I'm so excited for Halloween. I'm so excited. I love Halloween. I have a great costume for you guys next week. Y'all are gonna be like, wow. Wow, she really did that. I know. I'm so excited. All I'm gonna say is if you want a hint of what my costume is gonna be next week, think about like The Wiz, like Michael Jackson, The Wiz. If you get that reference, then you're in there and you already know what I'm gonna be. If you don't, well then I guess you have to wait. I guess you have to wait. All right, now I'm gonna go on some of my Queen Anne's lace. Again, I'm gonna keep it not too long. I'm gonna do some changes to it. And you know what I think also I'm gonna do? This is a little too fluffy. I'm gonna cut it a little shorter. Because we're allowed to change our mind as designers, you know? We just do that. That's what we do. So, all right. Beautiful. Put this one more centered. There we go. I want it to look a little bit more full. And that piece of smoke bush in the middle was just looking huge, looking big. And I'm gonna keep some of these really long. Put this one right here. Remember, we're just playing with our shapes, really letting those Queen Anne's lace be really spidery and cool. There we go. Then we got one more in here. I think it's gonna be right. Next, I'm gonna go in with my dogwood. Branches inside of forestry is my favorite thing, and we've been doing it a lot this season because this is like the season of branches, honestly, inside of forestry. As you go into like fall and as you go into winter, branches are everywhere, like literally everywhere. In the spring too, low-key, because then you get blooming branches, which is just like, the cherry branches in the spring are my favorite. They're my favorite. And I think you can get blooming dogwood too. That one is beautiful, literally. All right, so now we are going to do our final touches. Again, making sure we can see all of our flowers, as flowers do have faces. And we are going to make sure that they are all sitting up and frontward and you can see them all. Again, I might have to cut some of those stems a little shorter so you can see them better. Really use those other stems to support everything. Rearrange, twist. Remember, as you're taking things out, always twist. Always twist. Always twist. Never just yank things out of your bouquet because then you're going to damage the stems. So as you are taking things out, always twist them out, or when you're rearranging, always twist them out. Also, be patient because Queen Anne's lace can be annoying because it's one of those, like, you know how I said they're wiggly? It's like they have a mind of their own. It's like they do what they want. And it's like, ma'am, please do what I want you to do. There's a look I'm going for. Please give me a break. Over here, actually. All right, and we are all done. Again, we have all of these pretty dark colors really coming together really well because we're just playing on the hints of purple and like burgundy that are inside of the smoke bush. So then we bring those out with these like really burgundy bright mums, our like purple-ish Queen Anne's lace, and our dark but also burgundy scabiosas. But then we bring it back in with the darkness and make it spooky, because it is spooky week, with our dark dogwood that we've like spray painted black and this beautiful black base. As always, I would love to see how you do this week's DIY and how you're keeping it spooky back at home. So please make sure that you send us pictures, comment, like, whatever you like in the email that we have below in the video. So once again, signing off and have a great day. Bye.